What's up, 8? How's it going, buddy? Happy New Year's, pal. Give everybody a minute to tune in. So much news today, gents. So much news. We're gonna have to be on top of it. If you guys don't mind, go heart the tweet that we are live and repost it. Helps tremendously. And if you're on Reddit, give us an upvote in there. Made a post in the DFS Sports or subreddit. Would really help me out. There it is. Alright, it's 5 o'clock. Let's give everybody a minute to get in here, but man, this Toronto team, what are we gonna do with them? What's up, Jose? I'd quickly out of my player pool. I probably still will not get him at all. So just a heads up. Had Dick out of my player pool. Probably still won't get much of him at all. Scotty Barnes, Podol, they're fine, but I just really don't want any Raptors tonight, boys. What's up, Chubbs? I haven't started yet. I'm just looking at the Raptors. Just giving everybody a minute to get in here, boys. Is the music okay? Is it too loud? If it's too loud, I'll turn it down. Just let me know. Let me know, gents. I just want to go ahead and let you guys know we're going to continue to ride the Goga train. He was my very first core piece today. Then we got a bunch of people listed out, and he just looks even better now. What's up, Adam? And that's what I got to say about them Longhorns. God, Arizona State pissed that one away, didn't they? I'm not even an Arizona State fan, but they were like my favorite Cinderella team because I love Cam Skatebo. I'm a Bama fan. We just suck. But, man, that was rough. Alright, gents. We are up to 11 viewers is what it's showing me. Let's hop into it. We got a lot to talk about today, okay? Let's start out at point guard. No Embiid, you know Maxi's going to look phenomenal. I love Maxi. I'm going to have a lot of Maxi today. He almost made the core, but the player we're going to talk about next made it in over him. But with that said, I'm going to be running a lot of Maxi Trae Young builds today. I love them both. But ultimately, Trae Young made the core for me. The Atlanta-Denver game has the highest total on the slate at 247.5. Jalen Johnson may not play this game. That's a lot of usage for Mr. Trae Young there. It's going to open up. And Denver's worse against point guards than Sacramento is. So I really, really like Trae today. Going to have a ton of him. He is the first core piece for me. Then we're going to talk about Josh Giddey. Whew. So I like Giddey. He was going to be core, but I'm not going to make him core because Levine was ruled in, and I feel like that takes usage from him. I think Josh is still a great play, but he's also coming in as the most owned player on FanDuel for me. So Josh is super chalky today. I think he's a great play, but he is super chalky. That's why I'm not making him core. And Levine being in, I mean, it's going to be, you got Levine, Kobe White, Vooch, and then Giddey. I mean, that's 4 very capable guys. I know the matchup's great, but you're just kind of gambling on which one of those 4 guys are really going to pop off. What's up, Elite? Josh Giddey. That's right. I don't know why everybody seemed to have forgotten about that, but I haven't. I was sharing all the memes back last year when that came out. Ben Simmons next on the list. I can't get away from Ben today. He's just looking great. I mean, 5,700. He's gonna play north of 30 minutes. Sign me up. That's true, pro. That's true. I thought it was targeting, but I'm not out there to make the calls, so. Westbrook's grading out great against Atlanta, fast-paced team. I definitely don't mind Westbrook. He's looked so good since joining the starting 5. You want to roll up Westbrook, be my guest. You like Cat today? I like him too. Bub Carrington's grading out as a decent value play for me. Like, I'm not, super stoked about playing Bub Carrington, but he's 4,600, and we'll get that starting lineup before lock, and if Jordan Poole's playing or not. Which, have we got any updates? No, we haven't yet. Brunson, if he plays, is fine, but I would, like Elite said, much rather get to Cat. Really like Cat today, and if Brunson sets, Cat is an amazing play. DeJounte Murray's fine, Kobe White's fine, but he kind of falls into that, trap that is him, Josh Giddey, Vooch, Levine, and even Lonzo Ball's playing more minutes now. I was talking about it in the Discord. If you guys aren't in the Discord, it's completely free. It's in the chat, link down below in the description. Reach me in there anytime. But Lonzo played 26 minutes last game. I mean, if you're going to get 26 minutes from him at 4,500, very tempting. Now, I will say I'm not going to be playing him in my single entries, but I will have my fair share today in my 150 max contest. And over on DK, he is a lock for me. I know, I'm the D1 Lonzo hater, but I think he's a must-play today over on DK. VanVleet's fine. I am a bit intrigued with Jalen Suggs today. The matchup's not great, but, I mean, they got so many injuries on this team. He's going to have to do everything. So, really don't mind Suggs today. Clarkson's fine. Had a huge game against Denver with 35 fantasy points, but he can always be a bit of a dice roll. I think Brogdon, he's fine if Poole misses the game. I think Poole's going to play, but like I said, we'll have that news before lock. Yeah, Jose, Lonzo is a lock for me over on DK. Not on FanDuel, but on DK, I'm going to have him. 3,800 Lonzo, you can't get away from that for me. Just looking through here, nothing standing out to me at all. All these guys are MMEs. We won't get it before lock, but if Brunson were to miss, McBride and Payne look way better. Quickly's almost unplayable to me because they said he's going to have a minutes restriction. I have no clue if, okay, so it says Dyson Daniels is on track to return, so don't mind some Dyson Daniels. I know, Jose, it's making me sick playing him. Yeah, we got some kind of news. What do we get? Well, there you go. Jordan Poole's going to play. Cole Anthony's ownership will be non-existent. It's at 2%. I have some interest in playing Cole Anthony today. But I'm going to also keep it to my 150 maxes. Not going to do any single entries. I think he's very risky unless Suggs is out. And also Poole, I like Jordan Poole today. If I can find him. I know here he is. I think I got him a little under projected. I mean, I got him at 37. LineStar's got him at 42. I just really like this game environment for Mr. Poole today. I'm going to give him a little bump there. I want to get a little bit more of him. Well, everybody else is 150 max MMEs. Let's look at the 2-guard. Where we got our next core play. For me, it is Paul George. Really like Kelly Oubre, but Oubre is uncertain for this game. You telling me I can get Paul George with no Oubre and no Embiid? Sign me up. I mean, his usage rate just explodes with no Embiid on the court. I didn't look at it with no Oubre out there as well, but I'm sure it's going to increase even more. Paul George, far too cheap today for his upside. Lock for me. I think Malik Monk's fine. I mean, Philly struggles guarding the 2s, so I don't mind Monk. Jalen Green, I always hate playing this guy, but he's grading out decent today against Dallas. Mikal Bridges been playing good basketball lately. I mean, I don't mind any Nick today against a bad Utah team, so don't mind him. Oubre, like I said, he's questionable. It's a hand injury. Left hand sprain. I mean, if he plays, I'm okay with him in MME, but I'm not going to have him in single injury. Do I like any team stacks today? No, not on an 8-gamer. I'm never a team stacker unless it's a small 2-3 game slate. Or if, like yesterday, it's a very, how do I put it? A very exorbitant circumstance where a team is just completely decimated with injuries, so it opens up so much value. So much value. And that's what happened yesterday with Memphis. KCP grading out really well for me. I really don't mind him with all the injuries they're having. I might even give him a little bump here. And I know that's crazy for a player like KCP, but I mean, he's 4,600. I mean, he's not going to kill you if he gets you 23 fantasy points. But I think his upside today is pretty high. Kobe White, I mean, we talked about him. Dylan Brooks is just okay. I mean, he's been playing good basketball his last 3 games that he's played. He was injured for 3 games, but he's been playing a lot better lately, so I don't mind him. I always hate playing Zach LaVine, but if you want to, I mean, be my guest. He's grading out fine. Collaby, I would like a lot more if Poole was out, but he's not, so just MME. Excuse me, I got a cough. I got to mute for a second. I'm still sick, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. Duncan Robinson grading out alright for me, but I'm not so sure if he plays or not. Ivy's fine. Tyler Hero's fine, but Jimmy Butler's back, so don't really like playing Hero when Butler's back, but Jamal Murray, Braun's fine. Keon Johnson, if he's starting, is good. If he's not starting, I don't want him. Kyrie, no Luka on the court. He's got the upside with no Luka out there. Don't mind the play. Everybody else really just MME for me, though, guys. Nobody really sticking out unless you want to be that guy that randomly plays Tylen Horton-Tucker when he drops 28 fantasy points in 20 minutes. Small forward, we got a couple more. Couple more core pieces here. First one's going to be Caleb Martin. Grading out phenomenally for me. This guy plays very well when Embiid's off the court. This game against Boston on Christmas Day, 33 fantasy points in 38 minutes. His last 3 games, he's played 38, 36, and 38 minutes. I just really like him today as a value piece. Don't mind him at all at 4,700. I'm going to have plenty. He is my go-to value piece today. Think it's another Duncan Robinson day? Hey, if it is, play him. You're going to be in the money, buddy. Because I'm not going to be playing him. DeAndre Hunter, another core piece. Love him today. Bogdanovich is questionable. I don't think he goes. Jalen Johnson is a late addition to the injury report. He's questionable. It's another thing with Trey that I like is I don't think Jalen Johnson's going to play today, being a late addition to the injury report. Hunter has been just feasting lately. Last 3 games, he has dropped 38, 38, and 37 fantasy points. This dude is just a beast. 1.24 fantasy points per minute. He's simply too cheap at 6,100. Easy core piece for me. Then under him, you can see Jalen Johnson is grading out well for me, but I have him taken out of my player pool. I don't think he plays. I mean, midday, questionable tags, normally a terrible sign. Talk about Paul George. Tristan Da Silva, I actually had to manually lower his projection. He's grading out just unreal right now, and it's just because of all the injuries. I never like playing Da Silva because he always lets me down, but I will say, last game against Brooklyn, played 35 minutes, dropped 40 fantasy points, shot the ball 15 times. I mean, if he's going to be that aggressive, I'm happy to have him in my lineup. Cam Johnson's grading out fine. Michael Porter, since he's been playing that power forward spot, this kind of new rotation they're doing, he's been playing pretty well. I don't mind him. Jalen Wilson's grading out alright. Don't mind him. Cade, I don't like Cade. Not today. I'll move back to point guard and look at Cade. I got him projected for 44.22 fantasy points. Line Stars got him projected for 43. It's just a very tough defensive matchup. Orlando plays great defense, and they play slow. This game's got a 212.5 total, which is the lowest on the slate. I really don't want to be targeting anyone from this Detroit team, and limited myself to 2 max Orlando players, and that's just because they're cheap. They got a lot of injuries. I think if Jalen misses, I think Zachary could see more minutes. Nothing crazy, but he could. He's not a great fantasy producer. But I mean, if he lands in my lineup, my MMEs, I'm not mad. Like, I'm happy with it. It's fine. Talked about Bridges, Oubre. Jonathan Isaac, just talking about the Magic, I think looks really good today. He's always scary to play. You never know how many minutes he's going to get before he gets pulled or injured. But 0.89 fantasy points per minute this year, and hopefully he sees north of 20 minutes today, but that's very hopeful. But they are very decimated with injuries. OG, I always get wrong. I play him on these games where he has 11 fantasy points, but the matchup's elite today. I think Scotty Barnes is fine today. Don't mind him. Just don't really like that game environment, but he's fine. Everybody else just MME though. Really no one's sticking out down here for me. If you guys have a question about somebody I haven't talked about, somebody I just kind of glanced over, do what Adam did, and just ask about them. We'll revisit them. Power forward, we got our last core piece. Guy that has been core for us for it seems like the past 2 weeks. Goga. Love him. Love him. Love him today. Jalen Duren's defense is awful. He fouls a lot. And I think Goga will have him in hell. Goga's a 1.37 fantasy point per minute player. Due to their injuries, he is being forced to play north of 30 minutes every game. And he's just been dominating in that, role where he's getting minutes. He's always been a dominant player, but he's just never got over 30 minutes really. But now that he's forced to, he is eating. Goga's an easy lock for me. Who's that, 8? Who are you talking about? I think Patrick Williams is grading out pretty well. You kind of never know what you're going to get from this guy. He's either going to be Game 7 Michael Jordan, or he's going to be like, I don't know, terrible. But I think he's fine at 4,500 if you want to take the risk. Don't mind him. Excuse me. Talked about most of these guys so far. Paul Reed. Let's see. Yeah, he's not even in my player pool. Paul Reed is 1.73 fantasy points per minute. Just otherworldly 1.73 fantasy points per minute. It's guys like this that you wonder, why are they not playing more? And that was the deal with Goga. Like, why is he not playing more? I know you guys got a lot of bigs, but now that all those bigs are injured, we can finally see what he can do. Yeah, 1.73 is crazy. What's up, Don? Moving down the line here, Andre Drummond is still questionable. Yabusele already looks good, but if Drummond were to miss, Yabusele would look amazing. I have no idea what that means, Don. Sabonis looks good, don't mind him. Talked about most of these guys. Jabari Smith, this is another guy I can't. No, I would absolutely not do that today, Don. Not with Levine in. If Levine was out, then sure. I think Okongwu looks good today. I really like him. Only played 18 minutes though. First game back from injury. That is a bit concerning, but I really like Okongwu. Everybody else just MME. Power forward's just not my favorite position today. And honestly, guys, most of my power forward today will be Goga, Martin, Williams, Hunter. Yabusele if we got news that Drummond was out. And at center, you guys know I hate playing him, and you guys know it's going to scare the shit out of me. But Nick Claxton's grading out as my absolute best center play today. God, I'm scared just saying that. I am scared to death. Nick Claxton. Woo. Every time I play this guy, he wants to get in fist fights. Oh man, that's scary. But yep, Nick Claxton grading out as the best. We know Podol's a great center, but is terrible on the defensive end. We know Claxton's a great center, but he's terrible staying in the game because he gets ejected and fouls a lot. So I'm going to be playing him, but it scares the crap out of me. Moving on from Claxton, though, because I don't want to get worked up. Clint Capella. Looking solid. I love playing Rey Mysterio. That's him, isn't it, Chubbs? I think Clint's grading out really well. Don't mind him taking on Joker. Only 5,400. It's really a price thing. Clint's just far too cheap. Put up 34 fantasy points against Toronto. Claxton, can you do that, please? Or more? But yeah, really don't mind Capella. Vucevic, looking good. This projection was with Levine out, so it might change a little with Levine in, but I still don't mind him. I went and looked, and historically, Vucevic has bodied Jonas Valanciunas in his career. So, Vuce is good. Don't mind him. A guy I think is going to get overlooked today. Yeah, Chubbs. I was with you that night. I remember that. We were talking about it in the Discord, right? Underowned guy I'm getting to tonight for my single entries to get different is Sengun. He's pulling 4% ownership right now. He's taking on Dallas, who's terrible against bigs. And he has 55 and 50 fantasy points in his last 2 games against Minnesota and Miami, both of which are pretty good against bigs. Naj Reid and Bam Adebayo. So I really like Sengun today. Then the guy that I think is probably going to be optimal, Karl Anthony Towns, especially if Brunson misses. Taking on the terrible Utah Jazz. Walker Kessler is not going to be able to stop Cat. I mean, I don't know what more to say. Karl Anthony Towns is a man amongst boys, and Walker Kessler is not going to slow him down. There's no way I'll be able to afford him tonight at 12.8, but if for some reason you can, Joker is a great play. Highest total on the slate, going against Atlanta. Really like Joker, but like I said, I won't be able to afford him tonight, but if you can, great play. Wendell Carter looks good too. If you're not playing Goga, I would consider Carter, but I'm going to have all the Goga over Carter. I think Gafford's fine. I have no interest in Jalen Duren ever because he is always in foul trouble. Andre Drummond, if he plays, is perfectly viable. He has a huge upside always. Bam's okay. Missy's alright. Everybody else, just MME for me though. Alright guys, I think that's everybody. I'll give out the core now. So let me cough here real fast. Ooh, I'm so tired of being sick, boys. Alright. The FanDuel core is gonna be Trae Young. So let's lock him here at the point guard. At the 2 guard, it's gonna be Paul George. The 3, we're going to have Caleb Martin and DeAndre Hunter. And at the 4 is going to be Goga. That will be your core. Let's run it and see what we get. Let me see Jimmy's ownership real quick for him. Why am I not? There he is. Jimmy's 11%. Trae is 11%. And Joker is 10%. Alright, let's run this core, and I'm going to post it in the Discord. 24 people in here. If you guys are not in the Discord, it is linked in the chat. It is linked in the description down below the video. It's completely free to join. You guys can ask me questions in there anytime, completely free. And I'm happy to help you guys with late swap news, whatever you need. Any kind of help you need. There we go. It is posted in the Discord, the core. And let's see what kind of lineups we're getting. That's right, like the video. Huh, interesting. Getting a lot of Maxey with George, which I don't think is terrible. But I'm not sure if that's the way I want to go today. But as you guys can see, we're getting all the Nick Claxton. I definitely do not want 3 Nets in my lineup, though. I really like this default 3 here. I like that quite a bit. I might try to move off Maxey in it, but I mean, other than that, that's solid. Don't mind that at all. This one, we're still getting Giddy in this one. I'd probably move down off Maxey and up off Jalen Williams, but I mean, I like the way we're building here. It's a solid foundation, I think. That's right, Jose, like the video and subscribe. It helps tremendously. 29 people. There's no way 29 people's in here watching me. I'm just out here trying to help you guys, that's all. Let's swap over to DK, where I'm going to break some hearts and tell you that Lonzo Ball is a core piece for me today over here. Let's look at point guard first, where Jordan Poole, I mean, he's just grading out fantastically. Really like some Poole. Really like Giddey over here. But Lonzo, he's the first core piece at point guard. I gotta pause again, sorry. Or mute again. I'm just coughing my lungs up, boys. I don't want to blow your eardrums out. Alright, moving on to the 2 guard. Jordan Poole's still grading out as the best. I really like some Poole today, guys. Don't mind him on FanDuel, we'll have some, but over on DK, it's just hard to ignore him. And I gotta bring it up. D'Lo looks great if he's starting over here, guys. 5100's insanely cheap. I'm not going to make him core because he is probably going to be the most owned player over on DK, but I will say if he's starting, there's a reason he's the most owned, and you should probably get to him. Okay, at the 2 guard. Miles McBride is going to look amazing if Brunson sets. We don't know yet, do we? Nope, we don't know yet. Probably won't before lock. Kobe White's looking fine. I would prefer to get to Giddey though. Tyler Hero's grading out pretty well. Outside of that, the 2 guard position sucks. I mean, honestly, my advice is throw D'Lo in the 2 guard and move on. I think so 8, but for me it would only be in 150 maxes. I don't think I could do it in single entries. Tristan Da Silva might just be core. With all their injuries, he's looking just fantastic. Really love some Da Silva over on DK. Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, really like them both. Kind of a take your pick between the 2. I prefer Hart, but Bridges is definitely viable. Jacoby Walter at 3,800, definitely intriguing. Power forward Patrick Williams looks great at 4,600. Really like that number for DK. Gonna have a lot of Patrick Williams in my opinion. Wendell Carter looks solid, but I gotta find my guy. Where is he at? Where is my guy? I think he's just center on DK. There he is, Goga. He's 100% core over here too. I don't mind Podol, but definitely not a guy I'm getting to 8. I'll swap back and look on DK here in a minute. Jovel at 5K is just far too cheap. He's gonna be core for me. We need one more core piece for DK, and it's honestly gonna be coming from the same game. It's gonna be Jordan Poole. I can't get away from him, but that's gonna be your DK core. It's gonna be Lonzo Ball, Jordan Poole, Goga, and Jovel. Let's run that, see what we get while I type it up in the Discord. I know Jose is hating me right now for putting Lonzo in the core. There we go, it is posted in the Discord for you guys. Let's see what we're getting here. We're getting more hero than I want. That's just because I think Line Star's got him a bit over projected. So let me just move his projection down there and see rerun that. So I like the second build quite a bit here. This might be the one I'm running on DK. You get Giddey, you get the Patrick Williams. The only thing I don't like about it is OG and Hart, but I could probably fiddle with that and get it working. Let me look at Podol for you, 8. Podol, there he is. I mean, he's fine. Only 5% owned, but I won't be there. Trey Murphy's 9% owned. I think that's a little high for his matchup. Alright guys, this is a part of the show where I'm going to start working on my lineups. You guys should probably do the same. I am here as a free resource to help you when you build. If you have any questions, please just type them in the chat. Let me know what your question is, and I will help you the best I can. Is Jamal chalk? No. I know that's a no. 10%. I knew you would, Jose. And you know I'm a Lonzo hater, bro, but I mean, sometimes the truth is hard to accept, brother. Trey, Giddy, Suggs, Keontae George, Caleb Hunter, Pat Wilcoca, Clax. Don't mind that at all. Don't mind, or Paul George, I said Keontae. Yeah, it looks so much better with Paul. Yeah, Chubbs, I really like that. Butler or Levine, that's like asking, do I want a lobotomy or a root canal? Let me look though for you. Butler is 35.25. Levine probably better. 35.5. So it's a 0.25 difference there, conflict. Levine 10% on compared to Butler's 9%. So it's really just flip a quarter. I personally would prefer Levine, even though he scares the crap out of me. How many minutes do I think Lonzo gets? Well, he played 26 last game out, so I'm thinking 25. That's what I projected him at least. I projected him at 25 just to be safe, and I was still getting him a lot. By the way, I do think Cole Anthony, I forgot who asked it earlier. I reran my projections in the background. I'm getting Cole Anthony a lot more, guys. Getting him a lot more. His ownership did come up though. It is at 15% now. So just a heads up on that. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you, Jose. I cannot stand him, but you know. Van Fleet is at 17%. Young, Poole, Suggs, Paul George, Caleb Hunter, Pat Wilco. That looks great too. I will be honest with you and say I like your first build more, but I still like that second build. I think they're both great builds, honestly. No, I would have no Joe Val on FanDuel. I really like him on DK, but on FanDuel here, yeah, 5,600 is just far too expensive, brother. Brunson or Kyrie on DK? So I would go with Kyrie, Ronnie. Like, we take a look at it. I'm not so sure Brunson plays, honestly. But we look at their straight projection. Brunson for 42.86 and Kyrie is at 38. I think 38 is low. I would have him about 42. But yeah, I don't think Brunson plays. Now, I could be wrong. I've been wrong plenty of other times about if a player's playing or not, but that's just the way I'm leaning right now. SARS ownership? I know he's very popular over on DK, but on FanDuel he's only pulling 3%. Of course, Ronnie. Any questions you got, buddy? That's what I'm here for, every show. I want to see you guys succeed. Let's see. Start building now, Jack. Let's see what kind of builds we're getting here. "19 minutes to lock." Yes, sir, 8. I did. %12 on Jalen Green, 8. I'm getting a lot of Jonathan Isaac, guys. A lot of Jonathan Isaac. I got a pee so bad. We got any news? I haven't even checked. Young and Robinson's going to play. The Bulls are starting Giddey White, Levine, Williams, Vooch, just who we thought. Pistons starting Cunningham, Ivy, Hardaway, Harris, and Duran. Derek Lively looks like he's going to play. Going to have a minutes restriction, though. Magic starting Suggs, Caldwell, Pope, De Silva, Carter, and Goga. Wizards starting Poole, Carrington, Collaby, Champagne, and Sarr. Cade Cunningham was ruled in too. You like Trey? I mean, in my MME, sure, but I'm not going to have him in single entry. It sure seems like it, Don. It does. I just seen your message, Don, in the chat. I would not play Johnny Juzang. Not excited about Sengun. Surprisingly, Elite, they're not that good defensively. Let's see here, thoughts. I'm gonna be real with you, Ronnie. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think Burks or Beasley are playable. Like, they're not in my player pool. Everybody else I can kind of see, but that's just, it's not for me, buddy. Cam Whitmore chalk? No, he won't be chalk. Yeah, he's pulling 2% right now. Like, let me pull up DK. And Beasley, I could live with Beasley, but I mean, and Alec Burks, I just can't. Like, even at 3,400, I can't get behind him. His minutes are just too inconsistent, and as a player, he's inconsistent. As far as cheap, like, I'm talking bone cheap plays I like on DK. Jalen Smith. You've already got De Silva, Patrick Williams, Day'Ron Sharp for 3,700. Most of the cheap plays today, like just the completely cheap ones, are centers. So Jamal Sheed, 3,500. I think he's fine. Or Jacoby Walter for 3,800. I think he's a little better. Taylor Horton Tucker for 3,600 over on DK. And Asar Thompson for 3,700. If you just have to have those really cheap guys, you know. I don't ever want to offend you guys, but I want to shoot you straight. Champagne, you guys know I love Champagne. He's only 2% on Conflict. I've been playing him a ton, but I don't like him with Kyle Kuzma back. December 30th against New York, somebody asked me about him. He was starting, but Kuzma was back, and I said don't play him. He only got 25 minutes. I think Champagne's got that dog in him. I love him, but I'm just not so sure with Kuzma back. Yeah, of course, Ronnie. Like I said, I don't want to offend you, but I want to shoot you straight with how I feel. I don't ever want to BS nobody. Ball, Russell, Collaby, Williams, Goga, Green, Sarr. I don't mind that, Jose. I see where you're coming from, Elite, and I don't mind if you're taking that stand playing that today, because Whitmore, when he gets the minutes, he has the upside for sure, brother. This $150 entry contest that I'm entered into tonight. You guys know how sick I feel knowing I'm going to enter Nick Claxton in as my center in this contest. I feel like I'm going to be sick just saying it out loud. JRE was ruled out. Alvarado was also ruled out. Doesn't do much because we kind of expected that, gents. My brother just texted me and said Oregon's getting destroyed. Is that true, guys? What's the score to that game? I don't have it on in the background. Kyrie's only 6% owned, which I think is criminal. I know Houston's pretty decent at defense, but man, Kyrie with no Luka, only 6% owned. If this was a 4-game slate, people would be going nuts. You're joking, Don. Ain't no way it's 34-8. Omar. Somebody say psych. I thought Oregon was the best team in the nation. What's going on? I mean, just straight up, Potent, the best center today's Joker. But you probably won't be able to afford him. The next best center, in my opinion, is Karl Anthony Towns. And in fact, I think I might possibly, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to lock Cat at center just so I don't got to get Claxton. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Cat will be my $150 single entry center. Or it's not single entry, sorry. My brain was not braining. I can't believe that. That is blowing my mind. I'm glad I didn't make that parlay then. But Potent, yeah, for me it would be Joker if you can afford him. If not, then Cat. And if you want a value center other than Claxton, it would be Capella. That will probably be the only 4 centers I have today. Joker, which probably won't have much. Cat, Claxton, and Capella. Andre Drummond, if he plays, does look solid, but we won't get that news till way late. And if he's out, there's not much you can swap to. So, 35 viewers, guys. I can't say thank you guys enough. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We do these shows every single day that I can. I'm a married dad of 2, about to be 3 children, so sometimes life gets in the way, but hey, I love doing this. Join our Discord where we can hang out and talk about sports. It's linked in the description and in the chat. I'm always available in there for you to ask questions. Oh boy, I don't like that. I like Karl Anthony Towns that I'm getting so much Ben Simmons. Getting a lot of Jalen Green, and he... Oh, I got the hiccups. Oh, God, no. Oh, no. Jalen Green scares me so much. Who scares me more, though? Jalen Green? Or Ben Simmons? We got 8 minutes to lock, gents. 8 minutes. Cole Anthony on DK. Let's take a look. 3%. 3%. 5,100's very tough to stomach over on DK for him, though. I thought you punted every line you ever make, bro. That's like your whole MO in DFS is you're gonna build some shit nobody's ever thought of. Whichever works for your build, Don. I think either one is fine. He said, I don't even like what I'm doing. Damn, bro. That's wild. Giddy or pool? Depends on... No, it doesn't. It's pool. It's pool, Chubbs. The entire slate on FanDuel is going to be on Giddy, and you get some massive leverage if you go pool. Really like pool as a leverage play off Giddy today, actually. Really like that. I got 5 minutes to get my DK entry in. I should probably do that. Aid, are you going to be wearing your Lonzo jersey today? Is that what we're doing? I did order a Ohtani jersey today. Guys, we got 5 minutes to lock. You got questions, please, please, please get them in. That is what I'm here for. I want to help you guys take down, win some money. Sorry, Jose, I just seen your line you sent. I don't mind that, Jose. I don't mind that at all. Oh, I got you, 8. I might have to get you one. Next time you take down, that's going to be your gift from me. A Lonzo jersey. I'm going to get me a LaMelo jersey because I love LaMelo. Guys, did I see that right? Did I see we were up to 35 viewers at one point? Holy cow. Ball, D'Lo, Mr. Poole, Da Silva, Williams, Townside. Yo, Don, I think that's a solid line, brother. I really like that. Hell, I like that more than I like my build. Ben Simmons on DK. So I'm not getting much on DK, brother, but I got a shit ton on FanDuel. I don't mind Simmons today. I kind of like him. I mean, on DK he's not as nice, but I truly don't mind it. But on FanDuel, I got a crap ton. But I really don't mind him today. If you're okay with him, I think you'll be fine. I'm okay with him. I hope so, 8. D'Lo, Colin Sexton, KCP, Noah Clowney, Cat, Giddy, Whitmore, Goga. I think that is a very contrarian build that I honestly don't mind. You got some names in there that are a bit questionable, but honestly, the only one that I'm worried about is Sexton and Whitmore. But we talked about the Whitmore deal earlier, and if that plays out how you're envisioning it, you're perfect. But yeah, I like the build. I really do. I think you're solid, brother. Very contrarian build there, and normally I don't like the contrarian builds, but I think that's a solid one. I like that, buddy. Two minutes to lock, guys. You got questions, get them in, get them in, get them in. Been a couple of you boys in here. It's been with me, and you were the only viewers, and look at us now, baby. We're growing every day. I love you guys. Can't say thank you enough. Pull, Levine, Butler, Giddy, pull for me. Conflict. It's pull for me. Pull is my favorite pivot to the Giddy players today. Giddy's the most owned player on FanDuel. He was last time I looked. That may have changed. Yeah, it's changed a little. Paul George, Goga getting more ownership, but Giddy's still number 3. Giddy is 25% owned compared to Pool's 8%, and Pool has amazing ability. Could easily outscore Giddy. Yeah, I mean, great way to play it there, Elite. I don't mind that at all. Jalen Brunson was ruled out 1 minute before lock. No, we're locked now. I had no Brunson. I took him out of my player pool. That makes Karl Anthony Towns look even better. So if you guys have Cat, roll him. Also, Miles McBride's going to look awesome now. Awesome. There it is right there. Deuce McBride will start for injured Jalen Brunson on Wednesday. If you guys need to move your lineups around, Deuce McBride, Miles McBride is an excellent play. We also want to run Cat if you can. Karl Anthony Towns looks great. Josh Hart. I mean, all the starters look even better now. But Cat's my favorite. But I'm going to hop out of here. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit the subscribe button before you leave. And we will see you later.